All it takes is just 1 year, 12 months, or even half a summer to turn your life around. If you sacrifice this last month of summer for your art, you could change it forever. The potential to succeed is already within you. In order to succeed in something, I think you only need 3 things: interest, determination, and time. And I know that you definitely have the first one because you clicked on this video. And by choosing to sacrifice your summer for art, you are giving yourself time. However, how do you find determination? Determination plays a big part in pushing yourself to improve and learn. A lot of times, though, part of you doesn't want to change. It all seems so logical and right in your head, but when it comes to actually putting your beautiful plan in action, your emotions get in the way and you simply don't want to. I saw this funny meme once, which goes something like this: when you have nothing to eat in the fridge because the healthy version of you went shopping yesterday. I think feeling this resistance inside is a natural and healthy response to have to any form of change. Something that helps me is to ask yourself, what if I gave up on this entirely and my life stayed the same? What would you feel? Unsure, tense, disappointment? Stew in that feeling for a moment. From there, you can channel these emotions into determination by telling yourself, I refuse to live like this anymore and make myself feel this way. I got my reference photo for this painting off of Pinterest, and what was unique about this photo was I think it was taken like in the 1900s, and it was black and white, so I had to, invent the colors. It kind of lets your creativity just completely take control, and there's blues and purples and yellows in the painting now that, maybe wouldn't have been there if the reference was in color. So embrace challenges because they just direct you in a way you didn't know you needed. The paper I'm using for this painting is called Yupo paper, and it's basically this plasticky poster paper that works with watercolors pretty nice. Because the texture is really smooth and waxy, the watercolor stands on the paper, so it makes blending a little harder, and it just, the watercolor pools very interestingly. And this is my third painting with Yupo paper. I felt with this painting that I was finally getting used to working with Yupo paper, and I wasn't fighting it really. Now, sacrificing your summer for art doesn't necessarily mean literally sacrificing your summer and going full-on monk mode or anything. It's simply getting in the mindset of using this time to do all those tasks and all those things you wanted to do that you just didn't get around to doing or couldn't do throughout the year. Just seeing your summer as an opportunity. Summer is your time of rest, and while you are, working on all of this, it's still important to go outside and take breaks and, follow where your creativity leads you, because, this is your time of rest at the end of the day. And for me, I had these shells lying around that I collected with holes in them, and I wanted to make jewelry out of them for so long, but I just never got around to doing it. And finally, I was like I bought everything I needed, but it was just waiting for me. And I was like, you know what? It's time. And I finally made myself earrings. And I made a bunch more pairs that I gave to my family and friends. At this point in the painting process, I was going to start on the hair, and I was kind of in a dilemma because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the hair brown or if I wanted to do it purple or blue. And what I did was just simply take a photo of the painting as it was and go into my Photos app and just click edit. And with the highlighter tool, just the simple highlighter tool, I just scribbled some hair in. Every color has its own undertones, like warm or cool undertones. So it kind of let me make that decision and kind of get me off the fence. And so I ended up going with brown. If you ever are indecisive or unsure about something, some element in your painting, take a step back, take a photo, and just play with it. Take a look. And when you've made your decision, you can just hop into the painting process again with absolute certainty. In life, you are bound to go through discomfort and pain. We don't live in a perfect world, so part of your purpose is to improve yourself and your surroundings. By choosing to do what's hard over what's easier, you are choosing to struggle, but the difference this time is that it's in your control, and you are choosing to go through it because you know that through this pain, you are striving to reach that positive end result, whatever it may be. If you had a choice, what would you prefer? The temporary pain of working or the pain of regret? But you do have a choice, and through this choice, you have power. Start before you know how. A lot of times we avoid learning or doing something because we think we aren't qualified enough. But what if you just simply tried? Right now. I think to your surprise, you'll find that you can manage just fine. Will you feel uncomfortable the first time around? Yes, and that's normal and to be expected. Just remember this fact: the more you do something, the easier it will get. But if you couldn't do it then, what makes you think that this time around will be different? I came across this point I really like that I heard in a video from Spoonfed Study, which I'll link below. The concept is that every night you go to sleep, you are renewed. When you wake up in the morning, you're not the same person you were yesterday. So yes, it's true. Last week, yesterday, 1 second ago, you couldn't do it. But that's the old you. And as cliche as it sounds, people can change, and this time around, you are making the choice to do so. Another thing that is really helping me on my journey lately is to stop listening to sad music. And I know this seems random, but if music for you is not just background noise, it's a story with emotions and you get really in the zone when you hear it, let me tell you this. Sad songs give you sad energy, which puts you in a negative headspace that slows down your progress and makes you unproductive. I speak from experience. Simply listening to more uplifting songs or just songs with a more positive beat can be the answer to why you're stuck. Also, don't set expectations for yourself on how much improvement you expect. There is no win or lose, only progress. Just be curious. You're there for the ride. A lot can change in only 30 days, in 2 weeks, in 1 day. Before you weren't ready, but now you are. You got 1 more month of summer to lock in and improve your art forever. You got this. If anything in this video speaks to you, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.